Pol Pot was not tried for genocide. He was being judged by his last surviving comrades for having Son Sen, his wife and children, murdered. Son Sen, his Minister for Defense in Democratic Kampuchea, his friend for 40 years.
I already imagine him chewing this book. Here I'm going to come to this book. I make me go to Bram here, I require. Mưa rồi thầm lá này vẫn về khỏe chúng ta xem đá về klong này vì bây đó chẳng đánh cho đúng nó lúc bật năng lên bàn thang lúc ta không phải chọc hai không vô ta không chọc thằng này vô bài không chọc thằng này vô chỉ biết đấy thành hai cái bài đúng nó anh lời đi không lập từ đi miền Nam Nong tha thử mấy ở Campuchia nơi chỉ Campuchia Krom nơi chỉ Campuchiaปัจจุบัน hai nơi khang lệch.
In appearance and speech, Pol Pot resembled a kindly grandfather. The gap between his courteous personality and his legendary cruelty always astonished and deceived people. One of his closest collaborators said of him, "He's capable of sending someone to die with kind words."
One of the things I have
in that slow boat from Traga, Cambrian Zone.
ខ្ញុំមិនប្រាប់បងប្អូនណាទាំងអស់ដើម្បីកុំឲ្យគេរវល់នឹងខ្ញុំម្ល៉េះអ្នកខ្លះយល់ថាខ្ញុំមិនគិតបងប្អូនបើខ្ញុំមានទោះមានពីមានស្អីទៅកុំឲ្យគេជពាក់ចិត្តមួយ
Hômខ្ញុំមកតាមខ្ញុំដឹងពីក្មេងចរិតគាត់ចឹងគាត់មិនសូវកញ្ញាកញ្ញាអីទេគាត់មនុស្សស្លូតបូតចឹងមកខ្ញុំចោលឆ្ងល់ថាគាត់ពីដើមស្លូតបូតឆ្លងដល់មកពេលនឹងគាត់ធ្វើបាបជាជួននោះខ្ញុំនិយាយឆ្ងល់ចឹងណាបាទ
Sometimes people can appear as very gentle, very innocent, and Pol Pot is very charming, very innocent. His face, his behavior even is very polite, but he's very, very cruel.
Pol Pot was a child of the failures of his country. I think he was a true nationalist who was an evil man.
Well, I would say that Pol Pot is the man who proved ultimately and indisputably that communism doesn't work.
In the 1930s, the Salot family enjoyed a special relationship with the royal palace in Phnom Penh. One of Salot Sor's sisters, a dancer in the royal ballet, became one of the wives of Prince Monirong, future king of Cambodia. In 1931, at the age of 6, Salot Sor left for Phnom Penh to live with his brother, an official at the royal palace. Pol Pot would later remember the dancers and teachers at the royal ballet. As heirs of one of the many traditions that he wanted to eliminate, they were nearly all liquidated.
Dans cette technique, j'avais l'habitude de participer aux travaux à l'école avec mes parents. Après, j'ai vécu dans le pagode. C'était bizarre depuis longtemps. Pour apprendre à lire et à écrire.
Young Sor stayed for a few months at the Botum Badai Pagoda near the royal palace as a novice monk. Here he learned the rudiments of Buddhism in the Khmer language.
J'ai vécu dans le pagode 6 ans. J'ai été bon pendant 2 ans.
ខ្ញុំមិនជាលើកទី1ដែលដឹកប្រវត្តិមកខ្ញុំតែលេខនេះអាចទៅតែខ្ញុំ
But Salot Sor did not stay at the pagoda for 6 years as he claimed. His primary schooling was in French at the École Miche, a Catholic school where he was taught by the Père Blanc. Pol Pot lied about his education to give Yugoslav television the impression that he had received a completely classical Khmer education. In 1941, King Monivong died. Prince Norodom Sihanouk, only 19, was still a pupil at a French lycée in Saigon, but was chosen by the French colonial authorities to succeed to the throne. Because Sihanouk was more interested in girls than politics, the French thought he would make an ideal king, certainly preferable to other claimants who might prove harder to manipulate. From the 1940s onwards, the paths of Salot Sor and the new king would often cross.
I was chosen by Marshal Pétain, the government of Vichy, to be king of Cambodia because the French believed that I would be a very, very flexible king, very pro-French, willing to let Cambodia remain as a colony. But the fact is, I was born to be with Cambodia.
After the École Miche, Thor began his secondary schooling at the college built by the French at Kompong Cham, 100 kilometers north of Phnom Penh. Kompong Cham, on the banks of the Mekong, is a wealthy town thanks to the rubber and valuable timbers that are still exploited in the region today. 20 boys from every province of Cambodia were selected to go to the college. Salot Sor represented the province of Kompong Tom.
In his interview with Nate Thayer, he said that he didn't like...
The founder of the Indo-Chinese Communist Party fought for the independence of Vietnam. The war in Indochina, French against North Vietnamese, began in 1946. But thanks to the diplomatic skills of King Sihanouk, Cambodia did not get involved in the conflict. Cambodians maintained their special relationship with France, and Salot Sor, the future Pol Pot, was able to benefit from it.
His origins in the countryside made him comfortable relating to the peasantry. His connections to the palace made him comfortable in dealing with the aristocracy and even with royalty. His sojourn in France made him comfortable in dealing with Cambodians who'd been sent for higher education in France. So this gave him an ability to move around within various social circles, which I think was relatively unusual in those days in Cambodia.
There being no tertiary education in Cambodia, Salot Sor went to Paris on a scholarship to study for a profession. In 1949, he rented a modest furnished flat above the Café Brazza in the Rue Le Tellier in the 15th arrondissement. Officially, he was there to study radio engineering, but as usual, Sor showed little interest in his studies and spent most of his time with his friends in the Cambodian opposition. Many of them were, or would become, members of the French Communist Party. All his life, Salot Sor would uphold communism, and unlike others, would never abandon it.
This is a technical school for trainee electricians. Most of the students are sons and daughters of the poor and lower middle peasants and demobilized soldiers of the Revolutionary Army.
30 years later, in 1978, the Chinese made a propaganda film, Democratic Kampuchea Marches Onward, with a long sequence on a radio engineering school. Of course, it never existed. At the time, there were no schools, no teachers, no classes.
ខ្ញុំរៀន ដូចជាដាវីតសាស៊ីណាទៅសេប៉ុន្តែសេមិនសូវត្រូវទេខ្ញុំមិនមែនទៅរៀនអំពីទេខ្ញុំរៀនមធ្យមដែរពេលនោះវាមានចលនានៅស្រុកបារាំងនៅអឺរ៉ុបក្រោយសង្គ្រាមលោកលើកទី2លោកដឹងហើយដូច្នោះមួយផ្នែកខ្ញុំរៀនយកទៅបួកមួយផ្នែកទៀតខ្ញុំដើរមើលសភៅទី1ឲ្យមាត់ទលេសែនគេលក់សភៅចាស់អបមាខ្ញុំគ្មានលុយព្រោះខ្ញុំស៊ីបួកបាន1000រៀលមួយខែដូច្នោះខ្ញុំទៅទិញសភៅ20ហ្វ្រង់25ហ្វ្រង់អីខ្ញុំទិញសភៅចាស់បានដូចខ្ញុំចូលចិត្តឧទាហរណ៍ដូចជា La Grande Révolution Française មើលមិនសូវយល់ទេប៉ុន្តែចិត្តមើលរឿង